this evening and learn a little bit more about Advocare. I'm going to keep this pretty day this evening, but I'm going to cover really three primary areas. I'm going to talk a little bit about our company, our background, our history, who we are, what's made us the incredible company that we are today. And I'm also going to spend some time talking about our products because they're really the products or the fuel that drive this machine. And I'm also going to talk a little about the income opportunity associated with Advocare because that's impacted just as many people, if not more, than the actual products themselves. So I'm going to cover all three of those areas at a very high level. So obviously, as you have questions and you want more information, please feel free to reach out to my wife, Rebecca, and I, or the individual that invited you onto this call. So that's a pretty good lead in. Let me introduce myself a little bit more and also my family. You can see on the screen there in front of you, that's my beautiful wife, Rebecca. That's our handsome, now 9-year-old son, Brandon, and then our two very bad little dogs, Bailey and Charlie. Let me introduce me, I guess, a little bit by sharing our story with you. We got started in Advocare. It's been about 3 years now. It was 3 years ago that Rebecca got involved because she saw her best friend literally shrink. And yes, shrink is my technical term for what happened to her friend Brooks Reed. But Brooks dropped 12 pounds and went from a size 12 to a size 6, doing something called the 24-day challenge. And more important than the actual numbers, Rebecca saw how good Brooks seemed to feel. She saw her energy levels go through the roof. And Rebecca said, you know what, I want that. And she came to me, said, let's do this 24-day challenge thing. Like most good husbands, I immediately said no. But also, like most good husbands, I caved within the first 24 hours. And we did our first challenge. And honestly, day 12 of my first 24-day challenge was a big day for me. That was the day that I got up at 4:30 in the morning. I did my P90X workout. I went and spent all day at the office. I was a vice president of human resources with a manufacturing company here in Nashville. Got home that night, spent some time with the family, and by the time Brandon went to bed, I was typically ready to hit the sofa, turn on the TV, think about going to bed and getting ready to do it all over again the next day. On day 12 of that first challenge, I just felt good, is the best way to put it. And I said, it was a nice night. I went for a jog night. So I was getting my second workout of the day in. And I remember exactly where I was in our neighborhood when I said, I feel amazing. And that was the first light bulb moment for me. These products work. There's something to this. I still didn't want anything to do with the business. To tell you the truth, I was extremely skeptical. But Rebecca drove it for the first year, really after the first 11 months. And that got us to the end of 2011. And you can see at the bottom of the screen, we earned $33,000 in 2011. Obviously, that was growing towards the end of that period. And when I started to notice that the checks from Advocare were covering our household fixed expenses like the mortgage, car payments, cable bill, that's when the second light bulb went off for me. And I said, there might be something more to this. That's when Rebecca and I really joined forces and started to pursue this full time as a couple in 2012. And we earned $156,000 that year. And more importantly, I retired. I walked away from a 20-year career in March of 2012. So 2013 was our first year of focusing on this on a full-time basis. We hit Diamond after 18 months in August of 2012. And in 2013, earned over $300,000 with this. So the income opportunity is significant for those that want to pursue it. But the reality of the situation is, guys, Rebecca and I are not doing anything unique. And there are many couples right here within Nashville alone that are doing a whole lot better than we are. And we're all doing so well because of Advocare and because of what Advocare offers. We offer solutions that Americans need in two very key areas: wellness, and by the year 2030, half of all Americans are expected to be technically obese. And we also offer people an opportunity to earn an extra income, a Plan B income, to work their way out of debt. It allows stay-at-home moms to have a flexible schedule and allows people to save for college savings funds or to put their kids into special programs or education classes. So we offer that opportunity for people that are looking for even just a couple extra $100 a month to pay for gas and groceries. And this company has been doing this for over 21 years, and doing it for over 21 years because of people like this, the people on our SciMed board. As you take a quick look at this, just scan their backgrounds. These people are literally the best in the field. Dr. Stanley Dudrick has trained, and yes, trained over 6,000 surgeons. Okay, that's amazing. William J. Kramer in the middle of the screen, literally the guys, the Lifetime Achievement Award for the National Strength and Conditioning Association is actually named the William J. Kramer Award. All right, so these people are literally the best in their field. And they join forces with the people on our Sports Advisory Council, because obviously sports performance is a large part of what this company does and what Advocare offers. And again, just kind of scan the names and the backgrounds. You're going to see, Eric Corum from the University of Kentucky. And I know right here we're in the heart of SEC country, so I would be remiss if I didn't point out Kevin Yoxel in the bottom right-hand part of the screen, who was the strength and conditioning coach at Auburn University when Gene Chizik was there. We've got Eric Lichter, former strength and conditioning coach from The Ohio State University. And you can see Texas A&M on here. You're going to see Olympic sports athletic trainer, again, literally just the best in their field. University of Southern California strength and conditioning coach, Evan Lewis. These are the people, in conjunction with the SciMed board, that are helping to formulate our products and helping to decide what kind of products Advocare makes. And a big part of who they make them for are some of the people that you see on the screen here. And these are not small names in the sporting world. You're looking at Super Bowl MVP and champion Drew Brees is our national spokesperson. You've got Jason Witten from the University of Tennessee and the Dallas Cowboys. Also on here, Drew and Jason do commercials for us during college football season. You probably saw them on ESPN, ESPN2, ABC. You've got three-time CrossFit champion Rich Froning, just in the last couple of months, talked about how he's been using Advocare products for 3 years and is now an official endorser. And guys, this gives credibility to what we do. And I'm going to talk about the products here in a second, but when you look at who's involved with Advocare and how we are very active on the national stage, in terms of sponsoring college football games. We've got the Advocare Texas Bowl coming up this December. We have sponsored what was previously known as the Independence Bowl in Shreveport, Louisiana for the past 5 years. We're involved with NASCAR, sponsored 3 NASCAR races. We've got the number 6 car this year, driven by Trevor Bayne on the NASCAR Nationwide Series. And then we've also the jersey sponsor for FC Dallas. So again, great exposure. As a small business owner, this is marketing and brand awareness, guys, I can't get on my own. And I've worked for extremely large companies in the past that just did a fraction of what you see here in front of you. We literally, a couple of weeks ago, we were with some of our team members down in Dallas, Texas, at an Advocare leadership training event. They had Drew Brees speak to us. They had Jason Witten talk about leadership characteristics for us, and just a great example of what this company does in terms of development and training for everybody that's involved with it. And I had to put a special plug in for this man, Drew Brees. I mean, again, I mentioned before, he's our national spokesperson. I'm a Purdue Boilermaker alumni, so I've been following Drew for years, ever since he was a senior at West High School down in Austin, Texas, and made his first recruiting visit to Purdue. But I know what he stands for and the kind of character that he brings to the football teams that he plays for, to the cities where he plays, what he's done for the city of New Orleans. And so when a gentleman like Drew Brees puts his professional, not only his professional career, but his professional reputation on the line by joining forces with the company, I know he's not going to do that with somebody that he is not absolutely certain has the utmost character and integrity and reputation. Not to mention the fact that Drew's taken it even a step further, and I should mention he was a non-paid product user for about 8 years until he won the Super Bowl with the Saints, came back to Advocare and said, I want a larger role with your company. That's when he became our national spokesperson. Now he is in the process of introducing his brand new signature line of performance products called DB9 coming out under his name. So again, just massive credibility for all of us. Now, this is the fun part of this presentation. I want to talk to you about some of the performance products that we have witnessed. And again, this is really the fuel that drives this machine. This company would not have been around for 21 years if we didn't have amazing products that worked and helped to impact people. This is my very dear good friend Shelby Endall. I used to work with Shelby. So Shelby was somebody that worked in my department at my previous employer. And she was somebody that I shared the Advocare opportunity with. And I'm just happy and thrilled to report that she got started on January the 10th of 2013. And by January the 10th of 2014, she had lost 100 pounds. She's now up over 105 pounds and more importantly, 60 inches of body. Okay, that's crazy. Shelby's results have been amazing. You can see it physically. What I love more than anything about this photo that you're looking at right now is to look at her face. Look at the difference in her smile, the smirk that she's got in the after picture. You can tell she's got a little bit of attitude, and she just feels great about herself and what she's doing. And she feels good because she's doing it for her two twin boys, Connor and Clayton. And by the way, losing over 60 inches of body, that's more than her kid. That's more inches than her kids are tall, which is just phenomenal to me. Now, part of the ripple effect of Shelby having such great performance results is just the rest of her family. This is her mother, Susan. Now, I love to point this out because this just shows how it impacts people of all different ages. But this is her mother, Susan, lost over 45 pounds starting with the 24-day challenge and continuing on maintenance products. That's her dad, Rick Green. They used to call him Big Rick. I'm not so sure they can call him that anymore. He's actually now over 70 pounds lost. And, you know, it's not only just for people that want to lose weight. This is another one of Shelby's friends. This is Kaylin Cassidy. Kaylin is a college cheerleader, so obviously in great physical shape. And you can tell her before picture is in the upper left-hand corner. Kaylin did not need to lose any weight, all right? She was in great shape. She was a college athlete. She did the 24-day challenge just to get in better shape, to feed her lean muscle tissue, and that's exactly what she did. The picture in the upper right-hand corner is day 10. You can see she's lost some inches. The bottom left-hand corner is day 14. She's starting to get more defined and more definition. And then in the bottom right-hand corner, that's day 1 compared to day 24. And again, Kaylin only lost a couple of pounds doing the challenge because she didn't have a lot of weight to lose. But what she lost were inches, and what she gained was definition and flexibility and mobility. And we jokingly call her the queen of the six-pack now because she's gotten so much more chiseled, and now she shares this with all of her cheerleading friends. And this is another example on our team. This is Zach Zimmerman, a local high school football player right here in Brentwood, Tennessee. You know, Zach was a big guy. He was an offensive lineman when we played in high school. When he graduated and wanted to go to college, he wanted to get in a little better shape, wanted to lose some of that football fluff. So Zach started with the 24-day challenge, dropped 30 pounds in 2 months, looks lean and mean, and just looks like he feels good as he's getting ready to go off to college. So again, that's just a wide array. That's just a snapshot of literally the hundreds of examples that we have on our team that have benefited from these products. Most people start with the 24-day challenge. So what is the 24-day challenge? Well, in general, quite honestly, it's a springboard to whatever you want to do, whatever your physical goals and objectives are. What does the 24-day challenge look like? Well, let me say this first of all. The 24-day challenge itself is very much a nutritious eating program, all right? So you eat a very well-balanced diet. And for Rebecca and I, when we first looked at that, that was very important to us because we were very cautious about what we put into our bodies. And we wanted to make sure we were putting good stuff into our bodies. And we did. We ate very lean and clean and whole and organic. So we were not going to do a program that was going to cause us to deprive our bodies of something that our bodies needed. And we were thrilled to find out that with Advocare 24-day challenge, you eat a very well-balanced diet. You eat lean proteins like fish, chicken, turkey. You eat complex carbohydrates, and that's a good thing. Carbs can be good for you. That's energy for your body. But you eat sweet potatoes, brown rice, oatmeal, quinoa, and you eat lots of fruits and lots of vegetables. So first and foremost, it's a very well-balanced diet. Now, when you follow that meal program, It's going to keep your blood sugar levels very steady, very consistent. Therefore, you don't get spikes and drops in your insulin. It's going to allow you to feel more energized throughout the course of the day. And when you do all that, it's going to help you break a lot of your cravings because your insulin's not going up and down. It's not going back and forth. So you're not going to crave a lot of bad stuff. So you're saying, oh, that's great, Ryan. The meal plan sounds wonderful. But what do the products actually do? The first 10 days is what we call the cleanse phase. It's literally like you're cleaning out the lint filter on your dryer. You know how when you clean out that lint filter, your dryer just functions better. That's what we're going to do to your body for the first 10 days. You're going to use Spark, which is our mental focus. It's a sugar-free energy drink loaded with 21 vitamins and minerals. It's just going to make you feel really good throughout the course of the day. Currently, I take 2 Sparks. I drink a hot one in the morning, and then I have one in the afternoon. So you're going to be drinking Spark. When you start to go through this cleanse process, you're going to take an herbal cleanse tablet at night, right before you go to bed, just to break up all that junk and the gunk that's built up in your system over the years. When you wake up in the morning, you're going to take a fiber supplement we provide you with, and that just helps keep you regular. It helps move all that stuff out of there. So as you get the bad fats out, we give you a great omega fatty acid that provides you with good fat for your hair, your skin, your nails, basically every cell on your body. And as you get those as you get all the bad bacteria basically out of your system, we give you an amazing probiotic to put back in there to make sure you got the right digestive enzymes in your system. And that's the cleanse. That cleanse is literally like an oil change for your body. On day 11, okay, because that cleanse lasts 10 days, remember, you're eating a well-balanced diet at the same time. So, you're feeling satisfied. You're not starving. You're not feeling like you're depriving yourself of anything. You're feeling very satisfied when you go through that. And on day 11, that's when we start to put all the I refer to it as like the high-octane fuel back in your system, okay? It's basically a multivitamin strip pack that you take throughout the course of the day that's going to give you a little bit of appetite control. It's going to give you some sustained energy release. It's just going to make you feel very good. On average, people lose between 10 to 12 pounds, and more importantly, they lose between 10 to 12 inches. And that's important to note. I talked about that with Shelby and with Kaylin. But when you lose inches and you get rid of all the inflammation that's in your body, that's part of what makes you feel so energized and makes you feel so good. 9 times out of 10, when I'm coaching somebody through the 24-day challenge and I reach out to them, the first question I ask is, how do you feel? We want to make sure people are feeling more energized, feeling more energetic, they're more active. And then I'll also ask them, how do your clothes feel? Are your clothes fitting better? Because that means you're losing that inflammation. We won't worry about the pounds too much. We focus more on how people feel and how their clothes fit on, because that's a sign that this program is working. So, in a nutshell, that's the 24-day challenge. We also offer a wide range of performance products. I showed you the Sports Advisory Council earlier. This is a quick timeline of sports performance products and literally the best on the market, but we offer a wide range of before, during, and after exercise products and products to help people not only we help people lose weight, we help people gain lean muscle tissue. And that's a big part of what that challenge does too. The guys, as you're burning more throughout the course of the day, we're going to protect your lean muscle tissue, which is going to cause your body to burn stored fat, which you see a product on here called Catalyst that helps your body literally do that. Protects your muscle tissue, and as your body's looking to burn more throughout the course of the day, it's going to pull it from your fat stores as opposed to your muscle tissue, which is a key element, the key component of this whole program. Now, what I want to call to your attention on this screen too is in the upper right-hand corner, that green square with the white check mark is the informed choice. That means it's been tested. Our products have been tested by an independent third-party laboratory to make sure that they are completely safe, healthy, banned, or they're free of any banned substances. And that's exactly why we have representatives in every NFL locker room. That's why we have a relationship with some NCAA schools. That's why we have Olympians that can use our products. And that's exactly why even just a middle-aged father and husband like me, I'm comfortable with Rebecca and our son Brandon using these products as well. So if any of this sounds interesting to you, if this is something that you want to do, there are multiple ways that you can choose to get involved with Advocare. First, you can become a retail customer. which just simply means you go to the person that invited you on this call and you purchase your 24-day challenge or your performance products off of them. It's literally like you're going to a store and you're buying a product off a shelf. You're just paying full retail price for it. We do not recommend that people do that. At a minimum, we recommend that people become wholesale customers. And for a vast majority of our clientele, that's how they choose to look at Advocare, as a wholesale discount club. Because for $79, you're going to get a 20% discount. That 20% discount is good for any of our products, whether it be 24-day challenge related, whether it be performance related, whether it be in our wellness line. You have a 20% discount to the entire store. It's like you could go pick out your favorite store like a Target or a Best Buy, and for $79 you got 20% off the entire store. That's exactly how Advocare works. And those discounts range anywhere from 20 to 40%. And what I love to point out about Advocare is I think part of what makes us so special is no matter what you choose, how you choose to get involved with Advocare from a relationship standpoint, you get a coach. And the gentleman that founded this company 21 years ago, Charlie Regis, he set this up so that the only way you could get Advocare products was through an independent distributor like Rebecca and I, or like whoever invited you on this call, because he wanted you to have a coach. He wanted somebody to help you use these products, make sure that you got the physical results, make sure that you reached your physical goals and objectives, make sure you get everything out of these products that you want. And when you become a retail or a wholesale customer, you get us as your coach to make sure that you're getting the results that you want. Now, I mentioned that discount can range from 20 to 40%. Now, depending upon and regardless of what level you get involved with, it's important to point out part of what Rebecca and I loved about Advocare is there's no continuing obligation. And that's important to note. You know, that means there are so many other situations out there, companies out there that require minimums, you know, monthly fees, auto shipments, you name it. With Advocare, there's none of that. It's literally your discount to use when you choose. You know, I've told people that, you know, we're very similar to a Sam's Club. And just like Sam's Club, you know, doesn't call Rebecca and I say, hey, when are you coming back in here to buy more paper towel? We don't call people and say, hey, when are you coming back to buy more Spark? We have a good probably 40 to 50% of our distributor base that purchases products on a monthly basis simply because they want to, because they love the products and they love how those products make them feel. Now, if you're somebody that's looking at this from a business opportunity perspective, or even if you're just somebody who just simply wants to use products as cheap as possible because you know you're going to use them for the foreseeable future, or you have a specific long-term goal in mind, what we would talk to you about is option number 4, which is the business advisor level, which is also the same thing as a 40% discount. What does that look like? That's a $2,100 investment for $3,000 worth of products. And that's important to note. The examples that I showed you earlier, like Shelby Andall, she knew her goal was to lose this weight over the course of a year. So she looked at this as a $900 savings because she knew she was going to use products. Why not use them as cheap as possible? So she got the maximum discount right off the bat. There are other people that look at this from a long-term performance product usage standpoint. They know they're going to use protein powders. They're going to use a pre-workout product. They're going to use a post-workout product. They know they're going to remain physically active, and they want to use the best products on the market at the cheapest possible price. They place this order as well. Or for people that are looking at this to earn $200, $300, $500 a month, maybe $1,000 a month or $5,000 a month, they look at this as a business opportunity. And they look at this as $900 of profit. Because once you place this order, once you pick out your $3,000 worth of products, and there's no pre-assigned carts, you get to decide what those products look like for you. And it could be, you know, that you want to do nothing but 24-day challenges. And you get, you know, 6 or 7 different couples to do those 24-day challenges immediately with you. And we've had people that have had this order spoken for. When it shows up on their doorstep, you literally just made $900. And what's important to point out is you just made $900, again, keep in mind, with no continuing obligation. So you are not going to lose money with this opportunity because there's nothing else that you have to continue to do. It is your business. It is your franchise to do with what you will and pursue as much as you want to. And when I looked at this, I thought to myself, one, I want to use products as cheap as possible. And you got to remember, this is coming from a skeptical perspective, but I wanted to use the products as cheap as possible. So like I said, give me that maximum discount right off the bat. The second thing that struck me is I said, if Rebecca shared this with people, I wanted to maximize our profits right off the bat. So, why wouldn't I get to that advisor level as quick as possible? Because that advisor, that opens up the residual income opportunities, which is important to note for those of you interested in pursuing this from an income perspective. And then the third thing, and guys, this is the real kicker, you have a year, 12 months to get your money back. So if months from now, 6 months from now, or 9 months from now, you're not happy with either your physical results or the way your business is going, you can return any used products and get your money back. And that's just crazy when you consider the fact that there's no continuing obligation and you have a safety net. There's basically a no risk proposition to this business. And the beautiful part about that is, guys, is this business is exploding. And you saw our results earlier and over just the last 3 years. And like I told you, there are many here just in Nashville alone that are doing better than we are. This is what Advocare is doing. This is our growth curve. We hit $100 million in revenue in 2009. 2 years later, in 2011, and keep in mind, in 2009, we were a 16-year-old business. So it took us 16 years to hit $100 million. In 2011, we more than doubled to 230. In our 20th year of business, in 2012, we grew 83% to 420. Last year was $620 million. This year is our billion-dollar year. So this is an amazing growth curve, and it's because of everything that I've already shown you. It's the marketing, it's the branding, it's the products, it's the results, and what people are getting from these products. Now, the people that choose to get to that advisor level, that opens up, like I said, that opens up residual income. This is not a discussion on the marketing and compensation plan, but as part of the DSA in good standing, we love to show people the income disclosure statement. So the actual average incomes for the people at these various leadership levels in 2012. And what I want to call to your attention is literally this program starts at the top and it kind of works its way down. So the entry level, leadership level, is what we refer to as silver. In 2012, the average silver leader earned almost $13,000, which is a little over $1,000 a month. All right, that's significant money. And just think about what that would do for your income if you could get to the entry level. I'm sorry, for your household budget. If you could get to the entry level of residual income at that advisor level and make $1,000 a month. And as you work your way down, as you jump to the gold level, which jumps up to almost $40,000 a year, as you work your way down through this chart, it just simply means you're helping more people. That's the only way we get paid, is to coach people to look better, feel better, or perform better. And the more people that we coach and the more people that we help, the more we work our way through this chart, and the more individuals are compensated. So I'm going to point out some examples here of people that have recently hit that silver level, $13,000, gold, $38,000, almost $39,000, 3-star gold, $41,000, and then even up into the ruby and the 6-star ruby levels, which starts to approach $80,000 and $100,000. This is Dr. Grayson Woods and her husband, Russ Brown. They just recently hit the silver level of leadership on our team. This is John and Stephanie Kennedy. In the last week, they hit the gold level of leadership within our team. And remember, that gold level is just shy of $38,000. So John and Stephanie basically gave their family a $38,000 raise last week. And not too many people can do that on their own. This is our good friends, Brandon and Laura Frith and their son Manning. Not only did they just recently hit that gold level that I just talked about, but they just went a step beyond that and they qualified for the 3-star gold level. Brandon is a local police officer, a member of the SWAT team, and is sharing this with enthusiasm and passion. It's helping a lot of his fellow officers get out of extra overtime assignments and basically spend more time at home while their family while they're also continuing to serve their community. And it's just doing great things for he and his family. His beautiful wife, Laura, is an accountant, and she is prepared to come home and stay home after the birth of their second child, which they're expecting very, very soon. So great stuff going on for the Frith family to hit 3-star gold. Jay and Mandy Arostegui in January of this year hit the Ruby level of distributorship. And remember, that Ruby level they talked about earlier is over $80,000 a year. JR and Mandy both do this on a full-time basis. They're able to stay home with their beautiful daughter, Mandy, and they're able to be full-time parents while they're growing their business. This is our good friend, Ellie Dowling. Ellie's story is phenomenal just because she was a full-time speech pathologist at Vanderbilt University here in Nashville. Her husband, Leon, runs his own business. He's CEO of his own healthcare software company. And, she was doing this on her own. They got started with Leon's results. You can see it in the bottom right-hand corner. He lost 20 pounds and 16 inches in 24 days. They had their friends asking them, what is Leon doing? Is it legal and how do I get it? And Ellie became an advisor in February of 2012. Now, while working full-time, while raising those two beautiful children, Campbell and Reagan, she was able to grow this into a Ruby level business over the course of a year in February of 2013. Last summer, we are elated to be able to say she was able to retire from Vanderbilt University, come home, be a full-time mom, work Advocare on a part-time basis, and she has continued to grow her business. She's now at 6-star Ruby level, which averages a little over $1,000 a year. So great job by Ellie. And again, those are just some examples, guys, of people that decided to pursue the income opportunity for this and how it's been able to benefit their family and give them more time and more freedom to do things with their families. These are 5 very new couples within our organization that have earned what we refer to as the Rookie Bonus Program. The Rookie Bonus Program allows people to earn $500 simply by doing, simply by helping other people, and your sponsor can help explain exactly how this works to you. But if you can get 3 people, if you have 3 people that you know that can benefit from these products, and you accumulate $3,000 of retail volume over the course of 6 weeks, you can earn a $500 rookie bonus. And more importantly, that helps show you how to grow a business. You've got a police officer, Chris Mason, and his wife, Man, earned it. You've got other police officers on here, Stephanie and Chris Upchurch. You've got Bonnie Pack, a stay-at-home mother. You've got Bart and Tara Rader. You've got Seth Witherington, a high school football coach, and his wife, Marissa. All these families have recently earned this bonus, and again, more importantly now, have growing businesses that are going to be able to pay them a residual income for a lifetime. And guys, that's it in a nutshell. This is not overly complicated. It's simple. You can get started, like I said before, you can become a member or a distributor for $79. That gets you $60 worth of products that you can use during the 24-day challenge. Most people, from a product perspective, start with the 24-day challenge. That's their springboard to what they want to do physically. If you're thinking about this at all from an income standpoint, if you're thinking to yourself right now, boy, I sure could use an extra, even just $200 this month to pay for groceries, or $500 to help make a mortgage payment, or to help get yourself out of debt, or save money for some specific goal, then make a list of people tonight. When this webinar ends here in just a couple of minutes, make a list of people. Think to yourself, do you know anybody that needs to lose 10 pounds? Do you know anybody that needs to lose 20 pounds, 30 pounds or more? Do you know somebody that might need more energy throughout the course of the day? I think we all do, quite honestly. We all know somebody with 3, or maybe they're chasing 3 and 4 kids around, or maybe they're like me and they're at the office working 10, 12, 14 hours a day. Maybe they're exhausted by early afternoon. Those people need our products, and that demand is not going away anytime soon. Do you know people that need this financially? Do you know people that could use a few extra dollars, or somebody who's recently lost a job? Or do you know people that just like to work out and are already using performance products? Chances are they want to use the same products as the pros use, and they want to use the best products on the market. If you can come up with a short list of names, introduce those people to the person that invited you on this call, and you can real quickly start to get your products paid for just by earning a little bit of income with AdVocare. And before you know it, you're making a few $100s or a few $1,000s a month. But get to that advisor level as quick as possible, because that's really where you start to capitalize on this program. And guys, the reality is here that the choice is yours, okay? If you want to do something different, the time to change is now. If you've been thinking that you want to look better, feel better, perform better, if you're looking to lose a little bit of weight, if you're looking to increase, if you want to add some muscle, if you just want to be able to play baseball with your son and not be sore the next day, this is an opportunity to do something about it. If there's something in your life that needs to change financially, if you're in debt, if you're looking for a way to get out of debt, if you're looking for a way just to make ends meet, this is an opportunity to do something about it. But guys, the choice is absolutely yours. If you can do something about it now, but if you do nothing, then quite honestly, nothing is going to change. And I'm going to go back to our story real quick. And when I said for that first year in business, I was extremely skeptical. I was being very, very modest with that. I was probably over the top skeptical about this opportunity for the first year. But after a year of seeing the credibility and the quality and seeing what this could do for people and what it was doing for families all around us, Rebecca and I started to see this as a situation where we could solve the massive problem that we were kind of hiding, and that was our problem with time debt. Because guys, I traveled 2 to 3 weeks a month with my job. And even when I was here in Nashville, I was having a harder and harder time getting home by 6:30 or 7 o'clock at night and just simply spending an hour or two with my family. My wife won a rookie bonus, and I like to tell the story that, when she earned her rookie bonus before I really got involved with this, when she earned that, there was a celebration for my wife, and I was not able to attend it. I was actually at work, but the problem was I was at work with my company in India building a new manufacturing facility. And I will just never forget the feeling of being in that hotel room halfway around the world looking at photos of my wife in my house with a house full of people, and they were celebrating her accomplishment, and I'm looking at the photos on the computer literally in the middle of the night halfway around the world, thinking to myself, there has got to be a better way to do that. And that's what AdvoCare offered for us. It was a solution to our time debt situation. Now, guys, we don't have any alarm clocks. We have unlimited vacation time. We're getting ready to go out of the country for spring break, and we are able to just enjoy every single day as a family. And what that means for us is that I was there, quite honestly. I'm able to coach my son's baseball teams. We're able to go places that we want to go. We are in control of our own schedule, and we no longer have somebody telling us where to be and when we should be there, and what we should be doing. We dictate, we run our business, and we're able to put our family first and also work AdvoCare and help as many people around us as we possibly can. So guys, that's it. If you have any questions, please reach out to the individual that brought you on this call. If not, feel free to reach out to Rebecca and I. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless and have a great week. Thank you.